Welcome to another dojo topic. I am so happy that you're here, that you found this video, that you attracted this video, and I'm excited to share today's information with you. Remember, we meet live every Tuesday virtually. You're welcome to join us live for the live conversation. And if you're unable to join us live, I'm really happy that you found the video so that you can at least see what the topic is and ruminate over how it lands on you. Because remember, you attracted this video for a reason. So allow yourself, give yourself permission to say, hey, how can this empower me today? Right? Right. You've got that power. Last week, our topic was about time is not real and stepping out of the illusion of the clock. So if you were unable to join us live or you missed the video, I will put a link to that video at the end of this video. But for today, we're talking about where does your energy go? A three-stage method to shift from overthinking to pure preference. Now, why is that important? Here it is. If someone's asked you to do something and the answer is no, like that's the immediate no, I don't want to do this. I do not even want to do this. But you feel compelled to make up a story, make up a reason. That's why you might want to stay and watch the rest of this video because that's what we're going to be talking about, okay? So today's topic reveals how everyday moments contain a question, an invitation, and a choice. Those three stages, those are the three stages we're talking about. And you can use this information to feel more grounded, confident, and energetically free. We'll explore the difference between stating what you want versus putting energy or pouring energy into all the reasons behind it, and how this simple shift transforms your relationships, decisions, and self-worth. Today, we explore a simple framework and just this profound framework because it's something that's just three steps, three stages that you can think about whenever you're asked a question. And it'll really show you like, oh, now I see it. Now I see where I give my power away or how I hold my power to me. And you'll see both in personal relationships, in your work relationships, and we're going to recognize where your energy is going in everyday moments. This topic isn't about fixing anything. It's about seeing. This topic can support you to notice where your energy goes in everyday moments, especially the ones that seem harmless, but quietly drain your power. So if you're ever feeling like this woman, if you're ever just like, oh my gosh, just let it end, I can't do anymore. I'm so happy you're watching this video. Most women think empowerment is about big decisions. Oh, I've got to write the book, or I've got to be the speaker, or I've got to do this. We think that that's empowerment, but power is usually lost in the tiny moments when we explain, justify, judge, or overgive without noticing. This topic brings awareness to those subtle leaks. Where you place your attention, your energy follows. And where energy goes repeatedly, patterns are formed. Today, we're not changing patterns. We're becoming aware of how they're formed, how they happen, where they come from. Every interaction, spoken or unspoken, contains these three stages. Once you see them, you can't unsee them. And that's where freedom begins. A question by itself is innocent. It simply presents options, right? The problem isn't the question, it's what we do with it unconsciously. Being asked if you prefer chicken or fish seems like the simplest question in the world, and yet it's a perfect example of how energy starts to move without you even realizing it. The invitation is subtle. Remember, we had the question, and now here's the invitation. It's subtle. It's energetic. It's not what's said. It's what's implied. And most of us accept invitations without choosing whether or not we even want to accept them. Notice how quickly we jump into explaining. Especially as women, we've been conditioned to soften, justify, and manage other people's comfort. In this example, the server asks the question, would you like the chicken or the fish? Well, asked for a reason, the question's neutral, right? Right. No explanation is needed. But energetically, many of us feel compelled to give one. That's the invitation. This is the moment of power. You always have a choice, not between chicken or fish, but between placing energy into preference or justification. When you choose preference, it's clean, complete. No extra energy is required. Preference doesn't need permission. When you choose justification, notice how energy starts to constrict. You definitely feel it within the body, right? Those are those emotions going on. Remember, emotions are energy in motion. Stories pull you into the past or the future. Oh, in the past this happened, or what if this happens? Remember, we always have the opportunity to be in charge of our stories. Again, noticing this, it isn't wrong. It's just something to notice. This topic isn't about doing it right or wrong. Remember, there's no right or wrong, good or bad. It's about awareness. The moment you see where the energy goes, power returns naturally. Now, how about this example? Have you ever had this? Somebody's like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. Why don't you call? Why don't you? Well, we don't say right anymore, right? I haven't heard from you. You didn't text me back. What's going on? In a personal relationship, this question carries an invitation to defend yourself. The awakened practice is noticing the invitation before automatically responding. In the work environment, many women hear this invitation as an opportunity to prove their worth, right? Somebody says, hey, can you complete this project by the end of the day? And you think, oh, wow, if I say yes, even though I don't want to, they're gonna see my worth, they're gonna see my value. Um, um, what are those things called where people decide, escaping me right now, not promotion, but when someone is performance review, there it is, there's the word I was searching for. Performance reviews are coming up, so I really need to be on my game right now. And you start overextending yourself and you really want to say no, but you don't. You don't stand in your power. You overextend, you give yourself away. Well, awareness lets you choose clarity instead of overextension. Even our own mind asks us questions that invite pressure. Have you ever said this to yourself? Am I doing enough? Am I enough? Am I complete? What do other people think of me? What is your self-talk like? What goes through your head? Awareness creates space between the question and the story. When you prioritize this practice, this is mastery, not force, not control, just noticing and choosing consciously. You don't owe explanations. You don't owe an explanation for anything. You don't have to give an explanation to be worthy. Preference is the complete sentence. Observe when you feel the need to explain. Just observe. Don't judge yourself. Practice the art of non-judgment. Just observe. Be the observer. Notice. Observe when you explain, when you justify, and when you simply choose. No fixing, just awareness. No is a complete sentence. It already contains a choice. It requires nothing else to be valid. And yet, We often keep adding words to it. In fact, we will explain, justify, plead, and even lie in an effort to make our no more powerful or more plausible, right? So if you say, I don't want to go out with you because, well, that because now you're justifying. I don't like peas because, I mean, have you ever, I happen to be a vegetarian. I don't eat meat or chicken or any of that. And so it's always amazing to me when someone says, oh, well, this has got meat in it. Can't you just pick it out? No, thank you. I don't eat meat. And then they want to argue, right? They want to say, well, why don't you eat meat? How long have you? And people tend to want to put you in that position of justifying your no. But the truth is like, no is no. Can't you pick it out? Can't you just take the meat off? No, that's okay. I'll have a salad. And people try to get you to justify. They keep pushing, not because they're trying to roll over you. It's simply because they don't understand why you're not thinking like they're thinking. So when you justify, explain, plead, or even lie, and you're like, oh, it's just a little white lie to get her off my back or to get him to stop talking about this. When you do that, you constrict your own energy, you diminish your own power. And yet, many of us were never taught that choice alone is safe. So when we say no, our nervous system remembers a time when no led to disapproval, conflict, withdrawal of love, or sometimes even punishment. The explanation isn't weakness, it's protection. It's the younger self stepping in to say, please understand me so I can stay safe. The moment you see the power, the choice that's yours, the moment you see the choice, power returns. This is the power your younger self was taught, forced, or intuitively learned to relinquish in order to feel safe, to get along, or to placate others. Awareness brings it back. This is how we stop leaking energy and start living from our own preference, our own sovereignty. This is how we party like purple. Yes? Yes. This is where the three-stage process becomes visible. The question appears, the invitation to justify, soften, or manage other person's reactions. The choice is whether to place energy into explanation or rest in preference. This practice isn't about becoming hard or dismissive. This isn't about you being like, okay, I am woman, hear me roar. I am going to just stand fast and not even care about what anybody thinks. No, this is about softness. This is about, because softness is strength. Sometimes people don't realize that. They think softness, they mistake softness for weakness. But softness is strength because when you're soft, pliable, you can move, you can bend, you can go wherever the form needs to go. That's real power. That's not selfish. That's sovereignty. That's living from preference. So now that you know this three-stage process, where will you choose to place your energy the next time you're asked a question? Will you continue to explain yourself, explain your worth, explain your value, or will you begin to live from preference in your own sovereignty? I've put a few questions up here, something to just reflect on if you're one to maybe journal or think about this information. I invite you to come back, pause the video, look these over. And in the meantime, how does this land on you? What are you thinking? Do you see yourself in any of these? Today in the dojo, it was interesting. One of the women was saying how she realized that she does this with herself. Like she justifies, she explains with herself. And she used the example of um, going to get a massage. And she's like, well, do I really need the $75 massage or should I go with the $30 massage? Right? It's a question. Do you want the $75 massage or the $30 massage? Now, do you just choose? Do you have a preference? Do you just choose? Or do you feel the need to justify? We had such an excellent conversation today about this. I invite you to really think about the questions at the end, to think about the video, to think about how you land on all of this. And if you want any kind of support with this work, please visit me at masteringyourbeliefs.com. In the meantime, this is Nancy Mueller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.